being able to go out to a restaurant, being able to go to the movies, to buy a book, whatever the thing that makes life worth living, and not working 3 to 4 jobs just to pay rent. I feel like if there's a silver lining in this process is the engagement. I've sat down with small business owners. I've traded emails with small business owners. I've had phone calls with small business owners. I was a small business owner. What I'm hearing universally from all of these conversations is they want to be engaged. They see the problem. They understand the problem. They also want to be heard. And that's what a good process will give us, is all sides are heard and all sides will be at the table, and those considerations will come forward to a really good, equitable balance point that will protect the small businesses because they are treasure and they are honestly not really the problem. Most small business owners that I've talked to told me what they did for pandemic, including one who helped everybody fill out their partial unemployment and then paid them 20 hours a week. And when they made tips, made up the difference to what they were making in tips before the pandemic so that they were getting 40 hours a week of tips. This is the kind of small business owners we have in our town, and we need to protect them. At the same time, we have a lot of big box stores, and we seem to be hearing that we don't. Well, think about it. We've got a lot of pharmacies in town, a lot of fast food, a lot of chain restaurants, three major hospital organizations. We have grocery stores. These are corporations that are recording record profits in the 30 to 40 percentile. And yet their employees are getting simply the state of Washington minimum wage increases. And they're not being guaranteed 40 hours a week, nor are they being guaranteed what their work shift's going to be week to week. To go to the numbers that my councilmate over here said, when I ran for office in 2017, 41% of our community was at risk of losing their housing. 41%. That's 21,000 people in Olympia. That's an astounding number. 21,000. When I ran in 2020 or 2021, it was 48%. That's 25,000 people. If we're going to fix our homelessness problem, we have to stop the slide back into the street. We have to stabilize our population. We have to make this not just about surviving, but the roses. Being able to go out to a restaurant, being able to go to the movies, to buy a book, whatever the thing that makes life worth living, and not working 3 to 4 jobs just to pay rent, which I happen to know near my old business, all of the workers in that convenience store were working 3 jobs just to pay rent because I was asking. So yes, I think the community is asking us for this conversation. Yes, we have an overfilled work budget. We're plan. We have the budget. We have a budget crisis. The committee was very well aware of that. And we were compassionate to what we were telling and asking the staff. I think if we first ask the question of the process, what's the plan? What are we trying to solve? And that to me is, how do we have a healthy small business community with a healthy workforce? How do we make that happen? And yes, Ole Strong does talk about that because it talks about housing security, food security, affordable childcare, living wages. It talks about all of these things, and they are super important. So yes, I think our community is asking us for this pivot. I think they're telling us they're drowning. And I think we need to help them. And it's not just the workers, but the small businesses. And recognize what the work plan should reflect with compassion to our staff, because I think they are overworked and our budget's overworked. But understand this is, I think, a fundamental ask of our community. And I think if we can at least start that conversation, the community's here. That's the silver lining. The community's here. They want to have it. They want to engage and they want to listen to the opposite side. So we are, to parrot our mayor pro tem, we're in community together. And that's what I'll end with.
We will not give up.